Welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll Flashback with your host, Bill Price.
In this episode of Forgotten Rock Bands, I will feature the South African folk rock group known as the Four Jacks in a Jill, which achieved international success in the late 1960s. Four Jacks in a Jill were formed in 1964 in South Africa. However, the group's history begins in 1962 when 18-year-old Clive Harding met Graham Woods, who was in a band called the Adams. When Clive was asked to join the band, he agreed to join under the condition that he would be the leader. After joining the group, the band's name was changed to the Nevadas. In 1963, Graham was involved in a car accident and died from his injuries. The original group members were Clive Harding, Tony Hughes, Bruce Bank, and Keith Andrews. Just like other bands, they would later go through several personnel changes. Then they changed the group's name again to the Zombies, not to be confused with the UK band of the same name. In 1964, the South African Zombies were the first band to wear Beatles haircuts. During a concert in Cape Town, they met solo recording artist Glenys Lynn Minot, and soon she joined the Zombies. The band's name was then changed to Glenys and the Zombies. Glenys was from Boksburg, South Africa. She began singing when she was 12 years old, and at the age of 15, she won the Search for Talent contest. When she was 16 years old, she recorded a debut album titled Teenage Time on the Columbia Records label. After graduating from school, she sang with the Harold Roy Band for a short period of time. Once she joined the Zombies, the group performed on a South African tour, gaining success and popularity. In January 1965, they appeared as a supporting act for the UK duo Peter and Gordon. As Beatlemania was influencing other South African groups to adopt long hair and copy the Zombies, they decided to change their appearance by cutting their hair, and then changed the band's name finally to Four Jacks in a Jill. However, not only did they change their appearance and name, they changed their style, choice of material, and technique. In 1965, they recorded and released a single titled Jimmy Come Lately. The single became an instant hit and reached the number 2 position in the South African chart and stayed on the LM radio hit parade for 16 weeks. By 1967, Four Jacks in a Jill had established themselves as a successful and popular South African band, performing in several venues in Cape Town and Johannesburg. The group then recorded and released a single titled Timothy, which quickly climbed the charts, reaching number 1 for 2 weeks on Springbok's Top 20. It also remained on the hit parade for 20 weeks in November 1967. The single earned the group their first gold record. Here is the number 1 South African hit, Timothy.
I love you, Timothy. I love you, Timothy. I love you, Timothy. You're just the guy for me. I look into your eyes. Do I see truth or lies? My heart cries out for love. What are you thinking of? But baby, now you're gone, and you say I did wrong. You know that is untrue. I have been true to you. Is there another love? Who are you thinking of? Do you still care for me? Don't hide the truth from me. Timothy, fancy free. Be good to me, Timothy. I love you, Timothy. I love you, Timothy. I love you, Timothy. You're just the guy for me. I look into your eyes. Do I see truth or lies? My heart cries out for love. What are you thinking of? You know that isn't true. I have been true to you. Is there another love? Who are you thinking of? Do you still care for me? Don't hide the truth from me. Timothy, fancy free. Be good to me, Timothy.
Their next single, titled Master Jack, was released in South Africa in late 1967 and entered the top 20 chart at number 14. Just 3 weeks later, the B-side to Master Jack, titled I Looked Back, also became a top 20 hit. In March 1968, Master Jack reached the number 1 position and remained on the charts for 21 weeks. The single also became a number 1 hit in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, and Rhodesia. It also managed to enter the Billboard Hot 100 in the U.S. at number 18. Surprisingly, even though it was also released in the U.K., it failed to enter the chart. Master Jack was a song written by David Marks. The meaning of the lyrics was initially interpreted as criticism of South Africa's apartheid. However, as conveyed by the group's lead vocalist, the song's origin is quite different. In some minds, the foreman is referred to as the Master Jack. The song's lyrics relate the story of a laborer who works for the master for several years, then decides to go out on his own and pursue his goals and become something other than a laborer. The next release, titled Mr. Nico, became their last U.S. hit, which just managed to enter the Hot 100 at number 98. The group continued to record and enjoyed several hits, primarily in South Africa. Master Jack was later covered 4 times, most notably by Trini Lopez. On June 1st, 1968, Clive married Glenys. Then the group performed in several countries, which included Germany, the UK, Canada, and the US, where they appeared in the WVOK Summer Spectacular, along with Herman's Hermits, the Trogs, Boyce and Hart, the Ohio Express, and the Buckinghams. They also performed on the Jerry Lewis Telethon and in several U.S. cities. In early 1971, the group began a 3-month tour of New Zealand and Australia, performing in Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, Scarborough, Nairobi, Adelaide, and Auckland. From the 1970s to the early 1980s, they continued to tour in South Africa, but in 1983, Clive disbanded the group. Later, Clive and Glenys concentrated on recording and performing gospel music. The discography of Four Jacks and a Jill includes 7 albums, 12 singles, 4 gospel albums, 5 albums supporting the Animal Anti-Cruelty League, 2 albums supporting the Institute for the Blind, 2 albums supporting the National St. Giles Association, 2 albums supporting the Council for Persons with Disabilities, and 9 instrumental albums. Here is the U.S. number 18 hit from 1968, Master Jack.
It's a strange, strange world we live in, Master Jack. You taught me all I know and I'll never look back. It's a very strange world and I thank you, Master Jack. You took a colored ribbon from out of the sky and taught me how to use it as the years went by, to tie up all your problems and make them look neat, and then to sell them to the people in the street. It's a strange, strange world we live in, Master Jack. You taught me all I know and I'll never look back. It's a very strange world and I thank you, Master Jack. I saw right through the way you started teaching me now, someday soon you could get to use me somehow. I thank you very much and know you've been very kind, but I'd better move along before you change my mind. It's a strange, strange world we live in, Master Jack. No hard feelings if I never come back. It's a very strange world and I thank you, Master Jack. You taught me all the things the way you'd like them to be, but I'd like to see if other people agree. It's all very interesting the way you disguise, but I'd like to see the world through my own eyes. It's a strange, strange world we live in, Master Jack. No hard feelings if I never come back. You're a very strange man and I thank you, Master Jack. You're a very strange man and I thank you, Master Jack. You're a very strange man, aren't you, Master Jack?
This has been the history of one of the forgotten rock bands on Rock and Roll Flashback, a group that hailed from South Africa, the Four Jacks and a Jill. And until next time, I'm your host, Bill Price.
So what?
Rock on, rock on, rock on, rock on, rock on, rock on.